Ow. Ow. All right, guys. I'm still trying to figure out this shit. Should we or should we not turn on the biceps when racist sign? That's the real question. I mean, come on. Let's see if Ryan comes in here. Sent. Ryan on the stage. Nobody's watching. Nobody loves me. Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. Who the fuck are these people? What? Four friends? Whoa. Dude. Oh, there's Ryan. Sorry, guys. I'm literally texting you. You there, dude?
Can you hear me?
Can you?
I don't think we can hear each other. HD
Is your
audio.
thing shit or is my thing shit?
My mic is my headset. The 𝗕𝗟𝗗𝗥 should be the 𝗕𝗟𝗏. Oh. How about now?
Here, dude?
Oh, wait, can you hear me now? I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The roadcaster's on. Everything should be going good. Can you hear me through this mic?
Yeah. Can you hear me through my headphones?
I don't know, man. I don't know
We're
what
live
the
right
fuck
now.
is going on.
You already hit live.
Yeah, I know. If you can hear me clear through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. I don't know, man. Like Alex tried to set this whole thing up and it's so cool. Like it's cool and in theory, but I don't know how to run this thing yet. And
here, I'm going to go.
The more professional I try to get with everything.
That. How about now?
What's up?
The ska speaker.
Say again?
Boom.
Yeah, I think everything's all off.
There we go. How about now?
I don't know why the audio is not coming through the headphones. That is sick. The audio is not coming through the headphones. I can hear myself, but I can't. I can hear you just talking through my computer.
Okay.
Dude, that's a 6-Stein. Yeah, every single time I try to invest in getting more of these things, we're going to 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 in September, by the way, if you want to come.
Are you? I remember getting a text message.
Like a company thing. So I think we're going to try to like get everybody together, and like if we have the summer that we're planning on having, we're just going to get wasted.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Is this thing just like cutting out constantly?
I mean, I can kind of hear you.
You can't hear me.
No, I can. It's just cutting in and out.
What the fuck, man? I don't even know why I try to do this stuff. I intentionally decided to take off podcasting so I could focus on training, getting ready for world championships. And because I just didn't want to like wake up every single morning and have to do this stupid loop again where I'm like, is the audio working? Is this good? And it just ends up being this repeat situation where I'm like, I'm not even a fucking podcaster, dude. I'm an athlete that likes to make content and have a good time, connect with people. And at the end of the day, this is just not cutting it. And I got this whole studio. So like if I turn the camera around, dude, we have a whole room now where it's 30% studio, 30% recovery center, 30% cars.
Okay. So you're going to have other people.
Well, I mean, like in reality, so what we have the whole thing set up as now, and I talked to you about this for like a really long time. Like I wanted us to be together in the studio doing podcasts together. So technically this would be your headphone right here. So like, this is your setup. You sit here. We both sit next to each other. and we'd have the whole screen in front of us, and people are kind of like, you know, live streaming and commenting in, blah, blah, blah. Fuck, this is just fucking up everything. So we got this thing set up, and the whole idea is people are going to come up here and come train for the day and come work out, kind of get the experience, the whole, like, you know, High Rocks champion lifestyle. And then we'd do like a recovery session with them afterwards, and then we do a podcast with them.
Yeah.
So like a 3-part series. Like the goal would be to get you here at like 6 a.m. in the morning, work out from 6 to 8, then, you know, recover and have some food from 8 to 9, and then record a podcast at 9. And then technically you should be like on your way home by, you know, 10:30, 11.
Kind of like a Cameron Haynes type of ordeal, except
yeah,
you switch out the bow and arrow shooting for throwing heavy 200-300-pound sandbags over your shoulders.
Yeah. Dude, if I had to be straight up, like I've got nothing against Cameron Haynes. I don't know anything about the guy. I'm actually very impressed by like who he is, how strong he is, how fit he is. But the whole fucking like bow hunter thing is such a weird thing to me. Like these guys who have hard-ons for bow hunting is just the weirdest culture. Like there was a chunk of time where I was hanging out with my friends in Boulder, and these guys started to like try to invite me over to like just shoot bows in their backyard. And I was like, that's it, dude. This friendship has just gone dry. Like the well has dried up. We are not fucking friends anymore.
Did it translate from target shooting to like actually going out and hunting deer, or like the only thing they did was buy bow and arrows for targets?
No, dude. Like I think everybody wanted to get there, but nobody took it that far.
Yeah.
And like I'm not the kind of person that like wants to pressure you can't shoot a bow unless you shoot a deer. But like this super hard-on culture for the bow guys is just, it's just ridiculous. I'm like, this is over the top. Like I don't really understand what you guys are so excited about.
I mean, I've done it
once. Is this lighting better or no?
Yeah, it adds your hat though puts kind of a shadow over your eyes. There you go. There we go. Now I can see your beautiful face.
Yeah, dude, I'm back. And I could technically plug in the biceps when races sign right now if I wanted to also, but I don't know if that's too much heat. I think if we spend some time to really invest in this place, like I think it'd be really, really cool. You know, we kind of just, what's that?
I think it would help if you maybe did like some neon painting behind, like on the wall. So like and then it would pop with the sharp background as opposed to like a white on white background.
Dude, I'm all about this. I want someone to help me build the studio out. You know, I'm excited about the experience. But dude, we've missed you. Tell us about you. Like, how's life been? You seem buff as shit. I was just talking to my friend.
Dude, I like the yeah, you did for a second. Hydro and X2.
Yeah, dude, that's the combination of the lifetime, dude. What do you think's in here right now? Right now, stacked up, dude. Stacked up, ready to party.
I got a little a side swisher with some pre-workout.
Nail it, dude. So you've been getting pretty big, dude. Like
Can we talk about the thickness and quality? Like I don't have another hoodie that's as thick as this, except for like the Represent 247. Like there is not another hoodie that's as thick, but I will say this is even nicer inside. Like it hugs me like a soft cotton pillow, or I want to say a cloud. The Represent, it's very nice. It's high quality, highest quality material. But I want to say inside, it doesn't hug you like a cloud like these do.
Dude, I'm telling you, we spent a fair amount of time working on that. Like it took us such a long time to get them, but I wanted to have like the most high-end. I wanted to have the most high-end piece of equipment so that like people didn't just like get it and put it in their closet. Be like, oh, I bought that on the internet. It was just like, it was kind of just like a spontaneous buy. Like people like every single time it's like that day where it's like crisp and cold outside, you're like, I'm putting on my biceps and races hoodie and I'm going to go fuck this day up.
Because there's other hoodies where it's like you got to layer, like you gotta wear the long sleeve t-shirt underneath that, and then maybe a flannel, and then the hoodie. You wear one t-shirt and the hoodie, and you're good to go.
Yeah. So I want to know about like your fitness goals these days. How did you get so much more buff just over the past 8 weeks?
So Parker and I did the Fight the Fat challenge. Like he was the coach for, when I versed Alex. And then I wasn't training for a 𝗓𝗨. I wasn't too keen on, putting in all these, like doing a bunch of miles and cardio. And then I saw the Roadhouse movie come out and I wanted to look like Jake Gyllenhaal. So I was like, I want to gain some weight here. And I know that, we had talked about what he's in Southpaw, and you're like, well, he's still kind of lightweight with there. So then I saw the Roadhouse movie. I was like, let's just build on some bulk strength. So we really cut out the cardio to where it's like I'm not even doing as much as what I should. So there's like 4 800-meter runs, but I'm really focusing on just it's the 3 compound movements: back squat, barbell row, and bench press. And deadlift.
I mean,
4.
It's pretty crazy how people somehow just like always try to avoid those like core movements and dance around what the real answer is, which is plates.
Yeah.
The more plates that you can have on that long piece of steel and the more repetitions you can do with those things, the bigger your body will get. The more muscular you will get, the stronger you will get. And, every single season, and people like to call me like fat and too big for the sport. Every single season, I bulk up as big as I can possibly get. And I get up to 215, 220. And I just lift heavy ass barbell movements for about 8 to 12 weeks. And then I get so far away from that where I'm like really lean and light right now, but I'm still holding on to that strength. Like I've had the top, like I had Jake here, who's an Elite 15 athlete, and then I had John Wynn here just a couple days ago training, and I would just watch them move. And this isn't me insulting them; they're just not as strong as me. When they're doing the ski erg, they're 8 seconds per 500 slower than I am, just because they cannot hold that strength. And you'll be amazed, dude. Once you like decide to go back to doing cardio or doing 𝗓𝗨 and everything, you're just gonna feel this level of man that was hiding behind all that. That's just fucking tank.
Yeah, I got the sled and everything, and 𝗓𝗨 just announced the November 16th?
Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago. What is it? November? Yeah, it's going to be 16th, I think. Is 𝗓𝗨 Chicago again?
Is Jen really into this new body?
I used to be able to lay on her without like making her go out of breath. Now she's like, I can't breathe. You need to lay on your side. Like I just go full pancake on her. She's like,
get
off me.
How much do you weigh?
How much do I? I'm 182, 183.
Really?
But yeah, but I know it's still under snack weight. But coming out of the Alex challenge with me and Alex, I was down to 165, dude.
Jeez, dude. That's awesome. Alex, he's probably watching this show right now, and he doesn't want me to say this, but Alex needs to get his shit together.
Is he still drinking too much?
Well, dude, he's just dying. He's like 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot out. Like his knee is all fucked up. Yeah. He doesn't move at all, and then he does like extreme movements. Like he doesn't ever do like the 1, 2, 3. He just goes straight over the cliff kind of thing. And he's training for that 100-miler, and I just keep on being like, dude, like, do you want me to just leave you alone, kind of like in the Fight the Fat challenge, and you just do your own thing, or like, do you want some help here? Because clearly, like that 100-miler is one of the hardest ones in the country, and if not the world, it's a qualifier for UTMB. You're gonna have to get ready for this thing, and dude, he hasn't trained at all, so he technically has June, July, August, September. He is basically 120 days.
What would you be doing if you were him right now? Like, what would be the training regimen for the week?
I told Alex, honestly, he should be on the bike as much as possible, just getting fit, riding up at altitude all the time, which he lives at. And every 2 weeks, I told him just to go for like a really crazy big hike. Like I'm talking about an all-day thing. Just be like, hey, man, Marcy, like I'm going to hike from here all the way to Big Bear. It's 25 miles from here, and I'm going to walk. I'm just going to walk, and I'll take phone calls. I'll do whatever. But it's just like you've got to be on your feet. You got to take a backpack full of like snacks and water and change your socks and things like that. And I was like, dude, you just have to move. Because if you do the math, he's got, I think it's like a 30-hour cutoff. Alex could be technically be doing like 3 miles an hour. He could just walk the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's a tough dude. Like Alex is one of those kind of guys where he would like rollerblade. What's that?
What's the total time cutoff for 100 miles?
30 hours. 30 hours. Yeah. Okay. Let's get Alex on here for a second. I want to see if also you can tell me what the fuck is going on with this audio system.
All I see him doing is competing in a Garmin Step Challenge versus Katie. And he just wants to beat her step.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, Alex is doing steps. Don't get me wrong, but
hello.
Hey, brother, we're talking shit about you on the show in a nice way. You want to come on, shoot the shit?
Sure, yeah.
All right, I'll send you a link. Also, I don't know if you can come on the show and tell me what's wrong with my stuff, but this audio system that we have set up is not really working too well. It's my fault, not yours.
Okay. Dude, do you have the Roadcaster that I mailed back to you? Are you using that?
Yeah, that's what we're on right now, dude.
I would go back to like your local, like I don't know. I got it from like a Radio Shack or whatever. But you go in and you ask them.
It's probably something easy. It's probably the audio allocation in your StreamYard. Like you can say which audio source to use, and you did turn it on, right?
Yeah, it's on. It's on. All right, hold on.
Okay, so
audio source allocation. We're doing this.
Now hit audio, mic.
Is this Roadcaster?
You want me to go to audio? And it says defaults. Should I go to Roadcaster? I'm an idiot.
Roadcaster.
Yeah.
So click that. Does it make a difference? What about now?
There you go.
Are you hearing this?
Yeah, but now it's in the mic. You remember how when you'd say,
Ryan, fuck.
It sounds like the voice is going elsewhere. Now you've changed the audio source there.
Oh, dude, this is embarrassing. I just reset all this stuff, and there's all these comments and stuff. Oh, look at this. 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝑧𝗏𝒻bie. Hunter's internet is bad. Ryan's mic sounds fuzzy. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗄𝑧𝗏𝒏ie, why don't you suck a big one, dude? We're just learning. Alex, did you get the link? All right, bye. Dude, 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗄𝑧𝗏𝒏ie is a turd, dude. Honestly, dude, if I went...
Hang on, Sterling B. When is the new builder? I was like, builder's available in the States.
I mean, technically, builder's the same.
Yeah.
We are going to be launching the new builder in the fall here in the United States. We will be packaging wise. And then we have a new product coming out in the fall also in the UK. Everything happens 1 to 2 quarters, like about 1 quarter ahead of time in the UK, just because the development over there is so much faster.
It moves a little bit quicker.
𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗄𝑧𝗏𝒏ie, I know you're being helpful. Yeah, it sounds incredible now. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take all the applause for doing absolutely nothing here. I feel like an idiot. Yeah, dude, like, so the way that I would treat the thing is really like I think training for an ultra, and if you're just trying to accomplish it rather than like beat the shit out of everybody, is really just being able to cover as much, just cover as much ground as possible without breaking down. Like, it was really crazy. When I go on those backpacking trips, I bring these super, super fit people, like elite level athletes, like spin instructors teaching 20 hours a week. And then all of a sudden they just break down and they have 6 packs and they have veins in their arms and stuff like that. And you're just like, oh, well, this athlete should have just trained longer. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗄𝑧𝗏𝒏ie. Yeah. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is 6'4", 235, 30% body fat. Holy shit. That's insane. Yeah.
I kind of want up as a long trip. I don't think I want to ever do a 100-miler, but what is really catching my eye right now is the Grand Canyon rim to rim, and I kind of
Sick.
wanted to do that for my 40th birthday, the rim to rim challenge.
When is your 40th birthday?
It'll be in 3 years now.
Oh, okay. You got some time. Then. All right. What month do we have to show up?
March.
Alex, let's find out like what the fuck you're gonna do for this 100-miler, dude. Because like, we don't want to talk shit about you. Like we all want to come back on the show and like be like, yeah, Alex did it. Like, so what are you gonna do, dude?
Well, I feel like I was on a roll, and then I tested out my skate product, and every time I test it, my knee gets messed up. So we just did that mile run around your house in Malibu. Oh my God, I was like limping. It was bad. So I have to rehab that again. But yeah, I'm gonna come in at the last second, it sounds like, because I have to rehab again. But
do you need an MRI, Alex, to where it's like something is like deep within there that's maybe torn?
Yeah, I probably do need an MRI. I'm just toughing it out. There are definitely things torn. The last time I had surgery, they snipped the part of the meniscus because it was partially torn, and they just said the ligaments are a little bit looser because I've had sprains over a few different times. I've been in physical therapy for my PCL and my MCL. Yeah.
Did you make me feel like I'm about to throw up? That snip, when you said snip, I was gutted.
Yeah, when they told me that option, they said we can stitch it or snip it, and I'm like, it sounds like a huge healing process to stitch it, and then it probably will just rip again because I'm pretty aggressive on it. So just cut it. It's not completely snipped. It's just like it's not as thick as a normal meniscus.
Normal penis.
But
yeah,
I'm still in this. I'm still taking it day by day.
Dude, I think you can still pull this thing off. You have this raw athletic talent and just just tough guy ability that most people don't have, but you're going to have to just start moving in a healthy way. Like, dude, even if you were in your backyard just doing like core circuits and things like that for long periods of time, or even swimming or paddleboarding for long periods of time, that's better than not moving, because it's just a stamina game. Like, do you guys ever hear that story? I'm going to look this thing up, but the story of the Australian farmer who beat all the people in the ultra?
I saw that. He just didn't sleep.
This is basically a story about Alex.
I can relate.
This is
Australian farmer, long distance runner. Cliff.
Yeah, let's see here. Cliff Young. I want to hear the story about the running and the ultra marathons.
It was across the country, and it typically takes a week because it's so long and people sleep in between every day. But he would sleep like significantly less than everybody. He just moved slowly, but since he didn't stop moving, he won by a factor of days, I think. Yeah,
so the backstory is basically this is like a very famous run called the Westfield Sydney to Melbourne Ultra Marathon. It's 541 miles or 875 kilometers. He showed up at the age of 61, and he won the first time he ever raced. The race was run between what were then Australia's two largest cities, and from Sydney and all the way to Melbourne. Young arrived to compete in an overall and work boots without without his dentures in, later to say that they would rattle as he ran. He ran to show, ran at a slow, loping pace and trailed in the back of the pack by a large margin at the end of the first day. While other competitors stopped to sleep for 6 hours, Young kept running. He ran continuously for 5 days, taking the lead during the first night and eventually winning by 10 hours. Before running the race, he told the press that he had previously run 2 to 3 days straight, rounding up the sheeps in his gumboots. He said that afterwards, during the race, he imagined he was just running after a sheep to outrun the storm. The Westfield run took 5 days and 15 hours and 4 minutes, almost 2 days faster than the previous record run by Sydney to Melbourne, an average pace of 6.5 kilometers or 4 miles an hour. So that's exactly what I was telling you, Alex. I'm like, you could basically get away with doing this at 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
All 6 competitors who finished broke the record upon being awarded $10,000, the equivalent of $36,011 today in 2022. Dude, Alex, this story is basically just about you.
Hell yeah. The only thing I can relate to this is I had this competition in Santa Ana before I lived in California. I flew into LAX with a big backpack, like a hiking bag full of clothes, cameras, my extra skates, and I just skated straight from the airport 55 miles. And I just saw a mountain in the distance. I'm like, I want to go that way. And I just took like the scenic route and ended up gliding 30 miles an hour down the mountain with my heavy bag. And I made it there. And it was fun. It was super fun.
Was it the same? Was it our mountain?
No, Long Beach. At the end of Long Beach on the south side, I just went straight up that. I'm like, let's see what's up there. It was a big golf course up there. But I'll tell you, climbing a mountain in rollerblades with a big backpack was a bitch.
Dude, I have no fucking clue. Something happened to my phone where it reset, and I don't know like all the numbers of my phone. And it also woke up and the screen is black.
You're in dark mode, maybe.
Yeah, like all these fucking weird things ended up happening to my phone in my sleep. I also am in this altitude tent, so I feel like I'm hallucinating a lot of the times. Like sometimes I don't remember if I actually got out of bed to pee or if I just had dreamt it.
Lucid, yeah.
Yeah, and then I try to keep my phone out of the tent and just read books in there. So like I'm in this kind of space-time continuum where I'm like, is it 2 a.m? Is it 6 a.m? Is it 11:30? Well, I sometimes sleep with this watch. I try not to sleep with the other one just because like this one is such a fucking sick watch.
That's like the Jocko Willink watch.
Yeah, dude. I'm not going to lie. I cannot wait until I'm done with sports and I don't have to ever wear a GPS watch ever again because it's just like, it's just always on me. I'm always looking at it. It's always just kind of looking at me. And at the end of the day, having something just to go start, stop, and works, like this thing just never dies. It's such a good, it's $60. This is $1,100, I think.
What is the battery life on that old watch?
This thing?
Yeah.
Probably 2-3 years.
Yeah. Old phones, they used to have battery lives for weeks, right? I don't remember charging my old phone, my old Nokia.
Yeah, I can imagine that like just the amount of energy that it takes to do almost any of the things that we do on our phones now is just like in multitudes of what we used to do. Because don't you remember, like the only thing I ever used, my dad gave me a phone in 4th grade. I was the first kid in our school to have a phone. I think it was like a power trip of like him having like doing something that nobody else had done and just like kind of stuffing at my mom's face. And he was like, yeah, I'm just call me anytime you want. And I was like, okay, fine. So I'd keep the thing on me at all times. And I never used it. I would only play Snake.
Yes.
Remember that game?
Me too. Yeah.
And that was all I did with the phone. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, I would do anything to go back to a phone that just could do Snake and make phone calls. And texts were like, don't you remember you had to press it multiple times to get to the letter you wanted?
We're pros at that.
The T9 texting.
Oh, dude.
ABC.
So good.
Speaking of your dad, I think your dad has adopted a new hairstyle. It's like, you remember how when Michael Scott kind of flared it forward and he's like, I wear my hair like this. And he was emulating like Ryan the Temp. Your dad's got a new hairstyle.
Yeah, dude. I really have to work with my dad on this content. He's killing it, dude. Like he has lots of reels that are the size of mine. Yeah, dude. He's got reels that are big as mine now, dude. He gets in like the past like 10 posts that he had two at 100,000 views. And I'm just like, you're doing it, Dad. Like, it's pretty crazy, like to be somebody at that age and just take that leap of faith.
Now he's got cap cut captions and stuff.
Pretty gangster.
Things that jump in when he says like turtle, like a turtle will walk across the screen.
Oh, the B-roll.
Do you think we could get Paul? Do you think we could get Paul to get online, Alex?
I don't know. That would be fun though, huh?
Good, Paul's. That would be my favorite channel to watch. I'd actually probably unfollow my dad and exclusively follow Paul.
So my dad doesn't have a social media. He just uses other people's social medias. Like he would message me from Emily's or something. Actually, I think he did finally get an Instagram, but for the longest time, he would just use mine in order to see what's going on Facebook. Yeah, he does not want to adopt.
Yeah, dude, I think that's like that's probably the state of mind that I wish I was in. Like I'm really going to work my ass off so that I could basically knock myself back to the Stone Age once I retire and do it comfortably. Like, have you guys ever followed Steve Austin's page and see what he does?
Wait, Austin Alexander?
No, Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What's he up to?
I'm a dude. Like, I don't know if I can be able to pull this up. Let me just see if I can do this.
His beer is in Crestline, by the way. Broken Skull beer.
Yeah, dude. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Instagram.
Do you think it though? Like being able to track and tell us that your heart rate's like 32 beats per minute when you wake up in the morning?
Dude, look at this. You guys are going to fucking love this. So this dude used to be, the toughest man on television. And, obviously he's not like a real pro athlete, but he's a fucking beast, man. And now he just lives on a farm and just posts about his cats all the time. It's so funny. It's insane. His cat's name is Poncho. He's just always hanging. Look at the size of that arm, dude. That arm looks like it belongs to a dinosaur. He's such a fucking freak. But he's shoveling shit all day long, and he's like doing stuff with his. This is him back in the day.
Oh, I just stepped on an ant trap. I think that's what he just did.
Yeah,
the sticky ant trap.
Yeah,
lost my sandal.
Dude, I mean, he's just like hanging out here with his chickens and riding go-karts and stuff. And, by my standard, I think he's doing it right, man. Like this guy, last time I saw him, I was down at one of his multiple homes in LA. And now the dude is just like out there in the woods, shoveling animal shit and hanging out with cats. And he just seems so happy. And like I think that's it. That's the answer to life. If you can get off the grid.
Well, his ending career ended a little bit better than Vince McMahon's end of his thing. Vince McMahon
caught, like pissing on.
He got caught with a lot of bad text messages.
What was he saying?
It was very explicit, but he was dirty talking this one. I don't know if it was a former lover or ex-girlfriend, and she was bringing him upon charges for like sexually explicit talk. But I think you should have I think the goal was to have like a Stone Cold or like a Lance Armstrong on here, right?
Oh yeah. Lance was supposed to come out and work with us, and so are the Nelk boys. The Nelk boys were supposed to be here. So like when those people do roll through, it'll be perfect. You got to wonder in that circumstance, man. It's like if you went back through time and read everyone's text messages out of context, you can make them look so bad. Like I sent this to Kyle the other day. I send screenshots to Kyle all the time of like how much trouble I could get in if you look at my social media of the past. And this one right here, in 2011, May 14th, I wrote, held my neighbor at gunpoint, forced her to give me a ride. I just posted that randomly on Facebook, and I'm just like, fucking idiot. Like, I don't know what I was talking about at the time, but yeah, let's just say all of a sudden everything changed in my life, and I got out of sports and decided I wanted to run for governor. And everyone's like, well, what's this post about? Holding a girl at gunpoint. I'm like, yeah, come on, guys. She deserved it. So yeah, I
do. Hunter, you have to go up the one of the side of the mountains and adopt that camel. You need to adopt a little fuzzy camel that you yell at on your bike rides.
Dude, I rode by there the other day and I didn't see him.
Oh.
I've seen that dude for 10 years now. He's my best friend. And there's a crooked.
You had me out. We were driving around. And you're like, watch this. So we pull over. I was like, is this some guy's farm? You get out of the car. You're like, hey, buddy. And then he turns his little tough hair around and he starts looking at you.
Dude, it's insane. I've known him for such a long time, and I can say that, and he literally does the same exact thing every single time. Like I've never had a connection with an animal this long my entire life, and the dude still just parties with me. In 20 minutes, I'm having a ice, like, you know, there's like the ice barrel behind my house, which is basically like a trash can. They're sending like, and I don't have anything against that company, but that's $1,000 trash can. There's another company that is sending me one that's a little bit more expensive, but it's all wooden, all built around it, like steps coming up to it, like nice stained wood with a chamber that cycles the water out and keeps it cold. And it's being installed here in 20 minutes.
This was like the $50,000 like in-home kind of what it is, like a sauna / this ice bath type of thing, right?
Yeah. We're only getting half of it right now. There was another company that was trying to donate me a isolation tank, and I started talking to them about it, and they're like, yeah. And I was like, how is this thing going to get up here? Like, how much space do you need? They're like, well, it needs 7,000 pounds of salt to create the amount of density to create the floating experience. And I was like, get out of here. Like, I don't know where the hell I'm going to get the resources to get 7,000 pounds of salt and try to build this thing in my house.
Is that like the float tank to where it's like sensory deprivation? Is that what you just said? Okay.
Yeah, it's a float tank thing. If you guys had unlimited money, what would you guys buy right now for physical health and existence?
I'd get a tattoo sleeve, either that sleeve or
we're talking about, you piece of shit.
I'll just buy an MRI machine.
That's it. Come on, though. Pick like something. Like, what would you want more than anything else?
Health, wealth is health. So anything to update, not getting sick and being able to like maximize my body's potential.
There's not one thing you've seen on the internet and you're like, I want that so bad.
Probably like ice bath and sauna stuff, or the hot cold.
Yeah.
Buy that house on the mountain that you were looking at. That compound.
Yeah. Buy out that old lady.
What's that?
The one that has like 18 or 15 bedrooms.
Oh, dude, that thing was so sick.
Yeah.
That thing was so fucking sick.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't really know if I need anything. I don't know what I'd want. All I really want is a kayak and a single speed mountain bike. Those are like my two big boners these days. Like, I can't, even as I've been getting older, and like there's so many luxuries that you can have in this world, but like if I had to spend $5,000 on a recovery center or $5,000 on a bicycle, I'm going to pick a bicycle every single time because I like want to go do stuff. And I'm not trying to knock these companies. Like, I'm sure there's going to be a certain point in my life where I'm like, I need to have more recovery to exist longer, but I haven't reached that point yet. But I may change my mind once I have this ice chamber thing and just like I'm feeling it every single day. This year that we ran into.
How are those Tech boots? Because like that would be definitely one that I would put on my checklist of like absolute necessity for leg recovery.
Yeah, I would say those things are worth it. You're looking at spending anywhere between $600 to $1,000, and they don't break really. So
it lasts forever.
Yeah, so if you keep it for 5 years and you're using it like 3 days a week, it ends up being pretty gosh darn affordable. Like, I use it every single time I have a big session. Like, my legs, honestly, like I don't really get that beat up in my legs that often. Nowadays, in my physicality, it seems to be more of my nervous system. So maybe the ice bath will help me out. But like,
I try to every time I leave the shower, I try to put it on at least for 30 seconds to a minute, the ice cold water.
Yeah. Dan, you got rid of the whale tail? I did. Performs by 12%. No, the whale tail is coming back, dude. You got to understand. So you got to clean the thing off. When you're doing high performance training, you got to clean it off right before a race. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grow a new one, okay? Everyone understands, like, you have to shed the skin off for the next battle. So I rocked that thing all the way through this training camp. I'm going in clean shaven, and I'm going to grow up another one straight to world championships and fuck people up.
Hunter, I got an equipment question for you. And I know the reason you were using it was because, you know, you were kind of rehabbing your shoulder from the injury on the bike. But like, what would be the reason why you would use, I don't even know what to call, instead of the just the straight barbell, like the two handles right here, and it's got the foam pad. And,
the safety bar?
Yeah, what is it just for like that exactly, the safety bar to it's a little bit more secure so you aren't don't have as big a risk of hurting yourself? Like why would it be good to invest in like a safety bar versus just the regular barbell back squat?
Well, there's a couple ways looking at it. I didn't have the mobility to bring my shoulder back and hold onto the bar. So you got to figure you're taking the position of having your arms back here or here and putting them down here now.
Okay.
And I was doing a lot of belt squat work, which was good, but at the same time, it's like it's not one-to-one. So I wanted to see, like, it's always my goal every single season to strength train, is get as strong as possible and keep over 90% of your strength by the end of the season. So let's say you get up to a 300-pound squat, you want to stay above 270 by the time you're at your peak. If you drop below that, and the next season, let's say you build your squat back up to like 315 to like 330. Then you drop another 10%. Now you're at 300 at your weakest. And you keep on trying to get a little bit stronger every season. So I went at every single thing I'm actually well above. Like last year before World Championships, I did 275 on front squat. And this year I did 305 on front squat. So I'm well above the strength. Bench, I can't do as much because my shoulders hurt. But as far as the safety bar goes, exactly, it's just for that. Like I couldn't get my arms behind my back. I wanted to still put some heavy weight on my back and feel it and know if I'm still going the right direction. Because that's, you know, people wearing all this like fancy tech, like whoops and heart rate variability and having all these biomarkers to find out where they're at and see if they're overtraining. The simplest answer that I've come to and the conclusion that I have with working with the best strength training coaches in the world and becoming one of the best strength training coaches myself, the best thing that you can do is have these high watermarks in your strength and your high watermarks in your conditioning. And if they're fluctuating greatly and your heart rate is fluctuating greatly, those are the things you look at. You don't need a membership to Whoop and 20 other things. So keeping like a couple barbell movement patterns in for your entire training cycle all the way up to world championships or whatever your race is super important to find out if you're overtraining.
Now, I've also seen like, okay, so I normally put the barbell, like if you raise up like your little traps right here, you know, but then I've also seen people put the barbell in the middle of their back right there. But in doing so, do you have to have like more mobility to have your hands like down here in order to support the barbell that would be like middle of your back as opposed to more up on top?
Well, the safety bar, you always have to do high bar. It's like really like above at the top of your traps, where you're talking about a low bar back squat, which is more across the top of your frame of your back rather than top of your traps.
It's really hard unless I have very poor like shoulder mobility. I've tried to put it down just with like zero weight on the bar, and I inch it back down, and it's like I don't know how you go down and support that. I feel like my wrist and whole forearm would snap.
Yeah, well, I for me, if you can invest in a safety bar and you don't really care about being this person that's super into front squats and back squats, I'd safety bar or squat over those every single time. And I also am a big believer that like you should probably squat to a box more often than you should squat to full depth, because that's just more compression on your back.
On this so then, you know, we kind of got away from it, but after, you know, training for High Rocks and the Alex Ryan challenge, I went for more strength and backed off cardio. I got down, I squatted ass to grass 290. But ever since then, you know, it's on the next strength cycle. I'm hoping to get to the 1,000-pound club. I'm like 70, 80 pounds away or 90 pounds away from it, and I can do it. Well, dude, but my right hip is just hurting so bad. So now when I do these squats, I'm not going ass to grass. I'm going down to like a bench. So I got a bench in the middle of my squat rack, and I'm going down to that.
Do some mobility. Well, that's a good time to make an announcement. We're bringing back our summer challenges. and I would be honored. I'd be honored if you joined. And Alex, honestly, I'd be honored if you joined also and tried to take care of yourself and be part of the company that you worked with. But, you know, we always really love to do these summer challenges because, you know, whenever I get done with my event, I want to make sure I have something to jump right into next. That's the kind of character that I am. And then also another really big thing that I like to share with people is like, your off season is the time you get to work on the things you need to work on the most. It's not the time where you just get to fuck off and then all of a sudden wake back up again and start caring, because you'll be further behind than you were before. So we're basically doing this total body challenge where it's 8 weeks. You get to pick one of 3 programs. One program is what we have always called the sports performance training. I think that's really going to be good for you to hit the 1,000-pound club. If you're interested in that, Ryan, like I would take that program. There's the Summer Superset Challenge. Alex, I think that's honestly the program that you should do because it's really packed full of endurance, super, super high rep, and it really will crank the shit out of your stamina. All you need to do is probably have a pair of dumbbells. You can take any of mine out of my house while I'm not here. Better fucking give them back. And then there's the heavy duty hunter program, which is, whoa, felt like I was hallucinating for a second. And there was a cat next to me. Weird. Okay.
You saw a cat?
I thought I saw a cat just now. I don't want to talk about it. Freaking me the fuck out. Yeah. I don't even know what the hell I just witnessed. But the other one's the heavy duty hunter program, where you basically only train Monday and Friday, but you're going max weight. It's that program that I was doing during the Ironmans last year, and I was buff as all fuck during it. And it's so hard and intense. Like, I would suggest for most people not to do it, but I'm going to put it up there, and you guys can train with me if you want to. Otherwise, stay away from it. You'll get your ego hurt. But it's
the HDH, with the triple H.
Dude, I'm gonna have them print out shirts of me just like buff as fuck flexing. Like, dude, okay, so it's kind of a play off of this program. I love heavy duty Menser. Dude, like, this guy is my fucking hero. He's the person who inspired me to do so much, and I learned so much about strength training from this dude. He's dead, but like, you know, all of his books that I read, and I created my own versions of programs, but like, I want to get them to make shirts like this that say heavy duty hunter for the summertime. Just like buff as shit. But dude, I'm telling you right now, this guy, we're all going to look like this. We're all basically going to look just like this. The programs are insane. We're going to get humongous. I mean, dude, look at that. You could have arms that look like that. I'm telling you guys.
Looks like Nessie.
I know, dude. It's insane. I gotta stop presenting. But that program is gonna be sick. I'm gonna get buff as all shit. Dude, you should see how skinny I've got. I don't know if you can tell with my legs right now, but they're just like all veins, and like, do you see how crazy the muscle separation is in my leg now? I'm a skinny little bitch. I am so skinny. Like, I could probably steal your girlfriend's pants and it would not look awkward on me.
I've got 10 pounds on you.
Oh, yeah, 100%, dude. I'm officially a victim now.
You're below snack.
Yeah. Jared, are you really looking at doing an ultra plan when you just broke your leg? Didn't Jared break his leg?
Different areas, he's got a broken foot.
Yeah, dude. Jared, you're crazy. You're crazy, dude. You should bodybuild like a motherfucker. I love that guy. What a stud.
Dude, Alex, for the like t-shirts and crazy stuff, you remember when we had that company 𝗫𝗄𝗄 work up some mock-ups of like t-shirts and the like Grand Theft Auto?
I remember that. I remember that image.
I feel like you should throw some of those designs and see if we can make them into t-shirts. The booty hunter.
I remember that.
I really like that that thing. If you could turn that into HDH.
Yeah, dude. So we're bringing all this stuff back. I'll share again. So we just put this up, and we're just bringing back all the merch that basically all the merch that like I've had over the years, like the Feed the Need shirts, all that kind of stuff. So if you go to bicepswinraces.com, you can basically go in here. You can buy whatever the heck you want. T-shirts
and Europe. So
yeah, you can buy them in Europe now too, dude, which I think is sick, dude. The Biceps Win Races shirt, House Hustles Harder, accessories. Let's see here. Dude, sweat support, dude. Gangsters all hell. Camo, Biceps Win Races hat. Oh, nasty.
I like camo.
Dude, but we're bringing back the bulk pony. Let's see if we can find this bulk pony. Let's see what happens when we find bulk.
About the cartoon.
What?
You talk about you as the cartoon. Yes. Well, he was right there.
Where was it? Where was it?
You go back one.
Yes,
yep.
yes. Dude, we're bringing back this swag. We're bringing back bulk pony for sure, dude. And we'll get some bulk pony beads, dude. Look at that. Yeah. It's all coming back. It's sick. I'm fucking pumped about all this action. Dude, nice hat, Alex. Nice hat.
I love it. It actually fits. Hats never fit me.
Dude,
it's great.
I'm really happy for you, dude. I'm really happy that we got this thing working. You know what I'm doing right after I get done with you guys?
Snap traps?
Yeah, dude. The rats are back here in Malibu, dude. They show no mercy. So I'm going to kill the fuck out of these things.
They just follow you.
They do, dude. They do. They're just like
kind of riding in your car.
Yeah, dude. They hop in the back of the car, just like, yo, we're going to Malibu this week. Everyone's like, really? Like, yeah, let's go fuck his shit up.
What I could really see happening is like you trap one of these rats, but then you become like so attached to it, like you take off its feet, and then when you're doing these podcasts, like little Tony comes up and he's sitting on your shoulder, and then he becomes part of you. Like when you walk around, like Jafar and Aladdin when he had the bird. Like
dude, so excited. Yeah, that would be my dream. I also want a parrot so badly. I want a bad, like just a really ridiculous parrot. Can you imagine if we were having a podcast right now and the parrot was here just being a total prick? You just have to like fucking like, you shut your damn mouth.
More animals. Yeah, Safari Bob style.
Dude, I need it. All right, guys, I got to log off because I literally have these people coming in 3 minutes to drop off this tub. And I have to figure out where the heck they are. But
thanks for the update. We're going to have Builder at High Rocks Anaheim. So we're supplying a gym. They have a booth. So it's for sale. That's exciting. I think that's exciting.
That's very exciting. I didn't know you were able to do that so quickly. That is very good. What the hell was I going to say to you guys? So yeah, Anaheim this weekend. If you guys are paying attention and you guys are watching and you live in Southern California, I get to go at 5:20, I believe. I'm all in, going for the world record. I feel fit as fuck. So I'd really love for you guys to see it. Any kind of support is big support. Other than that, we got the whole rebrand launch over there in the UK. We rebuilt the websites on both of the sites, so you guys just kind of get to be more informed and understanding what we got going on with our projects with Builder. I have a summer tour all across Europe coming up. So if you guys are in any of the Europe or UK, there's going to be gyms all over the place where you can come and learn about what we've been teaching at House Training. And if you guys cannot make that, we have our total body challenge, which is coming up. And that starts July 1st. And you guys can train with us all the way through July and August through the summer to get buff as shit. We've got awesome programs. We've got awesome education. What are your goals for your lifts, Ryan, real quick?
I'm at 405 for deadlift. I want to get up to 430. 220. I'm at 210 for bench press. I want to get up to the 225. Never hit it. And
two plates.
Yeah. Back squat, I'm at 290. I want to get up to that 300 mark.
Yeah. Let's do it, dude. Alex, we got to get you to finish that 100 miler. So let's do this thing.
Hell yeah. Thanks for the support.